Oh, hey, didn't see you there. This is UFC Rio full card predictions and breakdown. We got Oliveira taking on Messias Gamrot. Fiziev pulled out, so they brought in a Gamrot. You know, he was sitting in his car. Who fucking knows how long he was sitting in there waiting for a fucking fight. But anyway, we've got it. So Gamrot's coming in on short notice. Anyway, first fight on the night, we have Simon Oliveira taking on Luan Lesada. Simon Oliveira, you know, they both have been going on a pretty fucking bad streak in the last couple of fights they've lost. No harm there in Luan Lesada taking a KO loss to Damon Blackshear. He's a beast. 2 years and 4 months ago, noted that, you know, that was his last fight, 2 years and 4 months. But in hindsight, he's only 32. He's fighting out of Rio, right? And 2 years and 4 months, man, like he's gone away. You know, he's probably like working on his shit. And, you know, his teammates with Aldo. He's got a Muay Thai style, very flat-footed, but, you know, he's got a little bit more pop to his shots. On the other hand, we have Simon Oliveira, and he's 18-6. He's pretty mid. Like, this is probably going to be the best bum fight you'll probably see on an opener of a card. Like, it's the best bum fight, you know what I mean? Like, they're not that great. I think they're fighting for, to stay in the UFC at this point. Simon Oliveira is 34, not much more of a reach edge to either one of the two. But, you know, Simon Oliveira, man, he floats around with his chin. I think they're both kind of similar in their styles, but, you know, Simon Oliveira, he just floats around with his chin, does sloppy shit like in the later rounds, like the sloppiest like spinning fucking fists you'll ever fucking see, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. And apparently, like, you know, I think it's Simon Oliveira that had like a health scare or something. He was in the fucking hospital or something, you know. At the end of the day, you know, Luan Lesada is fighting out of Rio, and I think he's going to get a TKO win over Simon Oliveira. So give me Luan Lesada by late TKO, or, you know, could be early, but whatever. Luan Lesada by TKO. Moving on to the next fight, we have a Julia Palastri taking on a Carolina. Carolina, she's old, 39. You know, I'm not going to really get much into this. I think a Julia Palastri will get a 29-28 decision in this fight. But, you know, a Carolina's going to put up a good fight, man. You know, she's old, but she'll put up a good fight. But at the end of the day, Julia Palastri, you know, she's 27. You know, she's got a 1-inch reach disadvantage. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, like, the younger blood here is just going to fight a good decision win on a 29-28 decision. And Carolina, you know, probably for the second last fight, who knows. Moving on to the next fight tonight, we have a Walter Walker taking on a Muhammad Usman. Walter Walker is 14-1. He's in the last 3 fights, he's got fucking heel hooks. So he's found a little loophole in the old heavyweight division, and he's 27. I think, you know, he's looking good, man. He's fighting out of Russia, but, you know, he's got Brazilian blood. He's the brother of Johnny Walker. On the other hand, we have Muhammad Usman, and he's the brother of, obviously, Kamaru Usman. You know, so he's going to have some sort of wrestling knowledge in this fight. You know, he's 36, very plotty, can throw some all right power, but he's not really it doesn't make you stand out like, wow, this guy's going to be knocking out everyone. He's very plotty, you know, and I first looked at this and I said, wow, Walter Walker, man, I think he could get a submission win. You know what I mean? But on the other hand, you know, Muhammad Usman, he's going to be wise to this. They're going to be wise to this. You know, Kamaru Usman obviously helping him in his camp, his brother, you know. But at the end of the day, I think a Walter Walker is going to have a little bit more dog in him. You know, this is going to be a decision win. This is going to be a decision win for Walter Walker. I do not think he can lock up a submission, maybe a late round submission, maybe like a third round submission. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think Muhammad Usman's a little bit more wise to it. But, you know, I do see a Walter Walker even getting a third round stoppage, you know. But I think at the end of the day, I think at that point of the round, in the third round, they're going to be both fucking slaughtered, man. They're going to be gassed, you know. And I've got a Volta Walker on decision. Moving on to the next fight, we have a Lucas Ocha taking on a Stuart Nicole. And he's fighting out of my home city, Brisbane. And I'll tell you this right now. There's levels in the world, man. Like, there's levels, bro. You're fighting out of Brisbane, like, yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Fucking, that's my hometown, you know what I mean? That's my home city. But, you know, he's 30 years old. He's a grapple specialist. He's a submission guy. He wants to be submitting. You know, he wants to be on the ground. And he gets backed up way too easy, man. This guy gets backed up way too easy when someone's putting on the pressure with the strikes. He's 8-1, which means, oh yeah, like that's pretty sick. Like good record, you know. He got guillotined by Jesus Aguilar. You know, no shame in that. Jesus Aguilar fucking guillotines everyone, but you know, he did have moments, and he was grappling Jesus Aguilar, but unfortunately, you know, Aguilar got the best of it, you know, reversed it and got the fucking guillotine. But, you know, on the other hand, we have Lucas Ocha, and he's 17-2, man. And I'm telling you this right now, he has good hand. He has good striking. You know what I mean? He has good striking. Like, he's got the dog in him, you know, like, and he's got some good power, man, for the flyweight division. He's got some good power. And, you know, he's 25. He's got the 1.5 inch reach disadvantage here, but you know he's 2 inches shorter than Stuart Nicole. But I just feel like a Lucas Ocha is going to put this guy to sleep, man. Like Lucas Ocha is, he's got some good striking, man. Like I feel Lucas Ocha is going to get a first or second round KO in this fight. So give me Lucas Ocha by KO. Moving up to the next fight, we have Arina Aliskerov taking on a Beatrix Mesquita. Man, what the fuck is with these names, man? Beatrix, she wants it on the ground. She wants it on the ground. She wants to she has no absolute hands whatsoever. If you watch tape on her, she is a fucking absolute retard when it comes to striking, okay? She's retarded. She should only be just fucking striking in the gym at this point. You know what I mean? She's 5-0. Fuck knows how she hasn't been defeated yet on the feet. She's 34. She's fighting out of Coconut Creek. You know, she's got American top team behind her. Good team. But on the other hand, we have Arina Alexieva. And, you know, I think she's had a time in the UFC before, you know. But she's got one win, submission over Stephanie Ager. Melissa Mullins. I was debating who was going to win this fight, man, and these odds right here should not be like this because Arina is very good. She's not very good, but she's all right at striking. When I was watching tape on her though, she sits on her strikes way too much, man. She just sits right there like a fucking tree. You know what I mean? And I think Beatrix Mesquita is just going to find, like, yeah, Arina has got good judo. She's like, her fucking fight name's Russian Ronda, you know, so you think, oh, fuck, you know, she might end up being able to wrestle. Nah, she's judo. She's good judo, but she stands out like a fucking tree when she's fucking throwing strikes. You know what I mean? And a Beatrix Mesquita, I think she's just going to find the takedown right then and there. Like, she might get pieced up for a little bit, but I've got an end of the first round submission win for Beatrix Mesquita. And, you know, this chick, I don't know how long she's going to end up fucking being in the UFC because she is going to get fucking KO'd in at least one of her, like, soon. You know what I mean? But I don't think Arina, she could do it. It could be Arina, but she stands right there. She stands right there. And if Beatrix just even close to just get a takedown right there when she's standing there fucking striking, it's going to be an easy win for Beatrix, man. She's going to lock up a fucking submission on this judo specialist. So give me Beatrix Mesquita by end of the first round submission win. Moving on to up on the card, we have Vitor Petrino taking on Thomas Peterson. Vitor Petrino, he's obviously come up in heavyweight and he's looking like an absolute specimen. He's 28 years old. he's going to have this, a 3.5-inch reach advantage over a Thomas Peterson. Thomas Peterson is absolute. He's round. He's a very round heavyweight. Carries a lot of fat. You know what I mean? And by the looks of it, you can see on the trend: win, loss, win, loss, win. And I think he takes a loss. I think Vitor Petrino can actually fucking KO this guy, man. Thomas Peterson, he's got the wrestling in his back pocket, so I don't think Vitor Petrino is going to end up wanting to take it to the ground. I think that would be an absolute that would be a bad mistake. We've seen it when he's tried to take down fucking Anthony Smith and got guillotined like a fucking absolute fucking knobhead. But at the end of the day, look, this guy's got 12-2. On the other hand, we have 10-3. Looks pretty close, but I think Vitor Petrino, man, he looks like a fucking specimen of heavyweight. He just needs to work on his cardio if he can. You know what I mean? Not too bad on his joints and everything, but he can be smart about it. And if he just sharpens that in and out pressure with his hands, and maybe just kind of adapts that kind of ability, I think Thomas Peterson can be trouble. But regardless, I think Vitor Petrino is going to find Thomas Peterson's fucking chin and get a KO win. Because I don't think he's going to want to fucking take down a Thomas Peterson, even though this guy is a round heavyweight, and get them the fuck out of here. Make way for a Vitor Petrino heavyweight. You know what I mean? A heavy Vitor Petrino by KO over Thomas Peterson. Moving on to the next fight, we have Jafel Filo taking on Clayton Carpenter. Jafel Filo, the 32nd cousin of, he's the Brazilian fucking 18th cousin of fucking Dominic Cruz. Looks like fucking, he looks like he's in some sort of Dominic Cruz fucking family tree. It's pretty funny. He looks like a little bit like it. He's 16-4. He's 32. He's got 2.5-inch reach advantage over Clayton Carpenter. And, Jafel Filo, I remember he had Muhammad Mukayev in trouble with with a submission, but, obviously ended up losing to Muhammad Mukayev on a submission. But, he had moments. He's light on the feet, man. He's good. He's pretty like zippy. But on the other hand, we have Clayton Carpenter, and he's good all round. I think both of their grapple game is very much similar. Clayton Carpenter, he's got a little bit more of a wrestle heavy skill set in his back pocket. He's 8-1. He's 29 years old. He's got MMA Lab behind him, so a good team. I think Clayton Carpenter can get a good win, and I was juggling these two up because I was thinking, well, Jafel Filo, he's fighting out of Rio, and like, could this be a fucking robbery? Clayton Carpenter, I think he's got a little bit more of a better wrestling game, but if it's on the feet, Jafel Filo could win a decision. And the more I think about it now, I think I'm going to go Jafel Filo by 29-28. I think he can keep it on the feet here, man. I think Jafel Filo can keep it on the feet. If it gets down to the ground in moments, I think Jafel Filo can use his grappling. I'm sure he is wise to fucking, Clayton Carpenter's grappling here. But Jafel Filo, look, I was juggling it up, man, and I think it's going to be a close fight, man. And at the end of the day, I'm sick of these fucking robberies. You know what I mean? Jafel Filo, 29-28, possible robbery, decision win over Clayton Carpenter because it's in fucking Rio. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on to the next fight. We have Lucas Almeida taking on Michael Aswell. Lucas Almeida, right? First, second, or third round. This guy is throwing heat, okay? Yes, Michael Aswell does throw, volume. But, he's got wrestling in his back pocket, never fucking uses it. He's pretty mid with his fucking hands, but he throws, volume. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's sloppy volume. And that's how I see it when I do the tape on it. Lucas Almeida, good kicks. You know, he can utilize kicks here. Michael Aswell doesn't really utilize kicks as well. Lucas Almeida is 15-4, 34. He'll have a 2-inch reach advantage over Michael Aswell. Michael Aswell, yes, he's fighting out of 4 Ounce Fight Club. You know, it's got fucking Joshua Van. He's 25 years old, still a little bit more young. I think a Lucas Almeida with that 9-year experience advantage. And this is a hot take, man, because I think Lucas Almeida is going to finish a Michael Aswell in the 2nd or 3rd round by TKO. This guy has some fucking good. He carries his power well over the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round. You know what I mean? Sometimes it might not seem like he throws enough volume, like Michael Aswell. He's volume and everything, but I reckon Michael Aswell is going to get clipped here, man, because sometimes he's just so defensively fucking awkward. You know what I mean? He'll get clipped. And Lucas Almeida, yeah, he doesn't like pressure. But when he does get pressured, at least he throws heat behind his hands and does try and fucking counter. So I think Lucas Almeida, working with those kicks, fighting on the back foot at times, throwing heat in his hands in the later rounds, can clip a Michael Aswell. And I think Lucas Almeida is going to get a KO win in the later rounds against Michael Aswell. So give me Lucas Almeida by TKO. Moving up to the main event. Moving up. Sorry. Excuse me. Moving to the next fight. We have Ricardo Ramos taking on Khan Olfley. Now, I've watched Khan Olfley, and it's just like the way he wants to close distance to get the grappling off. It's just not going to work against a Ricardo Ramos, because Ricardo Ramos is very, very lethal with those spinning elbows and counter shots, man. And the way Khan Olfley has his chin right there for the taking, like I was watching Khan Olfley and I'm just like, oh man, like please don't do this against Ricardo Ramos. Like Ricardo Ramos he's going to fucking catch a Khan Olfley with a spinning elbow, whether it be whatever round it will happen. Whether Khan Olfley will take it and eat it is another thing. This guy's 11-4. He's 32. So he's going to have a fucking... Okay, he's going to have a 6-inch reach disadvantage. And they're both kind of similar height. 5'7" to Ricardo Ramos at 5'9". Ricardo Ramos is 30 years old. He's 17-7. So he's got a little bit more of an experience in the UFC. Actually, he's got a way wide UFC experience in Ricardo Ramos. And I think Khan Olfley is getting absolutely fucking chinned here, man. Yeah, he might end up having moments and getting his wrestling off in the first round. But in the second, I think that a Ricardo Ramos is going to fucking KO this guy, man, because he's just not defensively accountable for himself, man. He just doesn't care. He won't even connect with his fucking strikes to get in on the fucking takedown, man. He'll just throw his arms out like he's a fucking one of those things that, float in the fucking air, man. Like, what are you doing? And this guy's coming out of Melbourne, Australia. I don't want to see it happen, but like, I can just see a Ricardo Ramos getting an absolute cold-blooded KO over Khan Olfley. And that's my pick. Ricardo Ramos by a cold-blooded KO. Moving up to the next fight, we have Janeiro Diniz taking on Mario Pinto. Mario Pinto is 10-0. He's 27 years old. Both fighters have similar reach, with Janeiro Diniz having just a slight half-inch reach advantage. Janeiro Diniz, he's 34 years old, very plotty with his striking. He's 9-1, he's a little bit more... They're both... I think Mario Pinto, in hindsight, like, yeah, okay, like, they both have similar reach, but when it comes to, like, sitting on their punches, man, and it just feels like Mario Pinto is way longer than what it's saying, man. Like, anyway, the way Mario Pinto sits on his shots in the later rounds and at least throws heavy shot, he's very crafty. Like, he can like guard up and then just like kind of let the opponent come in and kind of dip his head and just throw like some like nasty fucking left hooks or hooks, just out of nowhere, man. I think a Janeiro Diniz is going to get pieced up here. Like, it's going to be a stand-up affair, and I think a Mario Pinto is going to get the win, and he keeps his fucking undefeated streak. And I don't know whether it's going to be a KO or not. It could go to points, but I got a Mario Pinto. He's going to hurt it, Diniz. That's for fucking damn sure. He's gonna counter a Janeiro Diniz at one point or a couple of times, and that is what's going to win him, whether it'll be on moments, on a decision, or a KO, and hurt at Diniz, and then Diniz is kind of like fucking stifled, goes up to the cage, gets fucking finished. But, you know, at the end of the day, Mario Pinto is getting the win over a Janeiro Diniz. Moving up to the next fight, we have Vicente Luque taking on Joel Alvarez. Now, Joel Alvarez is a lightweight. He's going up into welterweight, which thank fuck, because, you know, this guy's very long, man. He's very long. He's fighting out of Spain. He's 32. He's going to have a 1-inch reach advantage, but, you know, I call bullshit. Again, he's 22-3. And what the fuck is Vicente Luque? Why is he taking these fights? He just literally got fucking choked out by a long, rangy guy in Kevin Holland. You know what I mean? This guy's been in the hospital for a brain bleed. Don't like that. You know, when Vicente Luque came in, man, he looked good. But just, you know, he's 23-11. He's 33 years old. And I just feel like a Joel Alvarez, like, you're taking on a guy in the similar, like, body shape. And, you know, he's nasty. Joel Alvarez is nasty on the ground, man. And he's got some good striking, you know. And hot take, like, I think, like, an Ilia Topuria is helping these blokes, you know, helping a Merab with his fucking striking with his hands. Maybe he's helping a Joel Alvarez, you know. They're from Spain. They're fighting out of Spain, you know. Merab fighting out of Georgia. I think, you know, I just think that a Joel Alvarez can carry some good lighter man skill here against Vicente Luque. If you're going to take anything, man, like, I think if Vicente Luque can get clipped here, man. Like, I honestly think that he can get clipped, you know. Like, Joel Alvarez is nasty all around, and he's got good fucking striking, and he sits on his punch as well. He's got some good combinations with his hands. Vicente Luque likes to come forward, and I think he's just going to get punished here, man. I got Joel Alvarez by TKO or submission. Moving up to the next fight, we have, to the co-main, we have a Figgy, a Davison Figueiredo, taking on a Montel Jackson. Don't know what the fucking hype is with Montel Jackson. He's an absolute fucking, like, what the fuck, man? He's 15-2. He took Daniel Marcos to a decision. In the second round, he looked like he was, like, keeps his hands low. He's exactly like Davison Figueiredo, man. This is going to be a rock and sock'em fight here. He might end up utilizing his wrestling, but Davison Figueiredo is no slouch, man, when it comes to the grappling. No slouch. And I don't know what the fuck is with the odds here, you know? Should be fucking near even to me. Davison Figueiredo was a flyweight fucking champion. Yeah, that's in flyweight. This is at bantamweight. But, like, why the fuck are the odds so fucking wide here, man? Yeah, Davison Figueiredo fucking snapped some shit in his knee against the fucking Corey Sandhagen. That's unfortunate, you know. But these guys are absolute fucking elite specimens, you know what I mean? They're not the average person. You can't just say, oh, well, he's coming back. Oh my God, it's 5 months ago. He only snapped some shit in his knee. Oh my God. Like, dude, these guys are fucking elite. You don't know what they're on. Like, this guy would have been taking fucking peptides, all sorts of shit, man. This guy's coming in. I've seen it before. I've seen motherfuckers, like, tear up shit in their fucking knee and then come back in their next fight and absolutely look fucking good, man. This guy's 37. Yeah, okay, that's a little bit older, and it's a little bit too old maybe for the lower classes. But Montel Jackson, man, he ain't no something special, man. Like, yeah, okay, he caught fucking Damon Blackshear with a straight left. That's all right. But these guys are going rock'em sock'em, man. And if I'm going with anyone that's got rock'em sock'em, especially in a Brazilian like Davison Figueiredo, he's no slouch, man. He's no slouch. And, you know, I've got Davison Figueiredo on decision. 29-28, Davison Figueiredo. Who knows? People are probably going to say it's a fucking robbery over Montel Jackson. But Montel Jackson, man, in the second round, not impressed. The way he fights, not impressed, man. He's too stiff. He's just too stiff, you know? Yeah, Davison Figueiredo is pretty stiff, but at least he can fucking dip his head, throw fucking uppercuts. He's going to punish a fucking Montel Jackson if he fights like that, you know what I mean? And Davison Figueiredo's got the submission fucking game in his back pocket, man. He ain't no slouch on the ground. And the odds kind of piss me off, you know what I mean? But who knows? The bookies just think that, because he snapped his shit up 5 months ago. Dude, these guys are on the shit. They're on the best shit that anyone can get in the fucking world, man. And Davison Figueiredo was a fucking champion. I'm going with the ex-champion at the flyweight champion. And in this bantamweight bout, I've got a Davison Figueiredo by 29-28 decision over Montel Jackson. Give me the dog, baby. Moving to the main event, we have a Charles Oliveira taking on Mateusz Gamrot. And I knew instantly when Mateusz Gamrot took this fight, I actually laughed because I saw some videos on YouTube like, oh my God, this is the end for Charles Oliveira. Like, Mateusz Gamrot, oh my God, like, he's a problem for Charles Oliveira. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Charles Olives, dude, just because Ilia Topuria fucking slept him, right? That doesn't mean shit. But yeah, okay, he took it 3 months ago. He got chinned. Dude, that's Ilia Topuria. And yes, okay, Charles Oliveira took a fucking KO loss, but like, we're talking about Mateusz Gamrot here. He ain't no fucking striking specialist. Yeah, he can fucking grapple, but like, we're talking about Charles Oliveira here, man. Grapple with Charles Oliveira and see what happens. Like, this Mateusz Gamrot, like, are you fucking kidding me? A close decision win over Ludovic Klein. Ludovic Klein is a beast, okay? Yeah, he's a beast. But, like, that was close. And losing a split decision over Dan Hooker, that was pretty fucking close too, man. But, like, Charles Oliveira, the ex-lightweight champion, and we're going to sit here and say, oh, my God. And he's a dog too. Well, oh, my God. On short notice, fighting in Brazil. Charles Oliveira's never lost. He's won both fights in fucking Brazil. You're out of your fucking mind. And it's not like there's any big fucking age gap like Figgy and fucking Montel Jackson. That, you know, Charles Oliveira is 35. He's almost turning 36. Mateusz Gamrot's 34, almost turning 35. Charles Oliveira's got almost a 4-inch reach advantage over him. And they're both the same height. They're both clear, almost the same height. Give me Charles Oliveira, second round TKO, up against the fence, clips Mateusz Gamrot maybe in the end of the first. Mateusz Gamrot trying to get off some fucking wrestling, has no fucking luck, right? Maybe he does midway in the first, maybe like whatever. Charles Oliveira comes up to his fucking feet again, and oh my God, like Gamrot, what the fuck? Gamrot, like, dude, Gamrot absolutely fucking sucks with his hands, man. He's shit. He's shit at striking. And he's fucking mid, man. And I don't know why the fuck there's disrespect on fucking Charles Oliveira when, like, it's Charles Oliveira, man. We're gonna sleep on him just because Ilia Topuria fucking slept in. That's Ilia Topuria, man. That's the possible future of a 3-weight division champion we're talking about here. Hence why I was fucking collecting Ilia Topuria rookie cards since 2022, man. He is the GOAT. Okay, you can't fucking, just because that happened, you know, Charles Oliveira moves forward, right? Mateusz Gamrot moves kind of forward, but kind of maybe goes around the outside, waits for his shots. But I'm telling you right now, second round, when Mateusz Gamrot obviously realizes, oh, fuck, my grappling is not really that great here, man, and I don't really want to be in a position to get fucking choked out. Charles Oliveira is going to be moving forward in the second round. And he's going to be piecing up on Mateusz Gamrot, and Gamrot's going to have nothing left. And I got a Charles Oliveira by second round TKO. And he's going to fucking end my 3 fucking main event fucking losing streak, man. I'm telling you, man, what the fuck's going on? Ever since I've been doing the thumbnails, what the fuck, bro? Fucking after Imavov, I had Imavov to win. Holy fuck. 3 of my fucking, I'm on a 3, bad things come in 3s, man. And Charles Oliveira is going to fucking He's going to defeat this fucking 3-fight main event skid. I've been going all right. Fuck. I had fucking Joe Pye for second round sub. I had fucking Zalal by submission. Last fucking card. Jury by third round TKO. My heart said Alex Pereira, man. My heart said that, bro. Fuck. My heart said Alex Pereira, but you know what? I looked into it way too much. And when I saw people saying, oh my God, fucking Alex Pereira looks scared, I was like, no, he's not, man. He's fucking chill, cool, calm, and collected. But I didn't just listen to my heart. Sometimes you got to listen to your heart, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, you got to listen to your heart sometimes. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Charles Oliveira is going to break that 3-fight fucking main event skid that I've been on. I was going fucking good too, you know. Anyway, I think I had like 6 wins fucking out of 13 fights last card. That's probably the fucking one of the worst I've ever been, man. But fuck, dude. I was going all right, but fuck. Charles Oliveira is going to fucking break this curse that I've had since I've been doing my thumbnails, man. I'm telling you. Juice on you suck. Patchy Mix is absolute fucking dog shit. Cut him. Anyway, this is Punches and Profits. I'm out. Peace!